Sis, can we talk real for a second? You thought it was over. You cried your last tear, you blocked the number, you gave it to God, but now, here he comes, out of nowhere. The same one who vanished without a word is back like he never left, and you're asking yourself, why now? But maybe the better question is, what changed in you that made you worth coming back to? Ladies, sometimes we confuse closure with contact. We believe that when someone returns, it must mean something sacred, something destined, something divine. But before you respond to the text or answer that late night call, I need you to hear this. His return is not always a sign of your value. Sometimes it's a reflection of what he lost, but more importantly, it's a reflection of what you've gained in his absence. Because while he was gone, you grew, you healed, you discovered pieces of yourself that were buried beneath his silence. So when he shows back up, it's not always about him changing his mind. It's about you changing your life. Absolutely. Here's an *** expanded version ** of the first keynote **. They returned to the place they took for granted *** in the voice, rhythm, and spirit of Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts. Deep, soulful, and full of truth that liberates. You know, sometimes people don't realize what they had until they no longer have access to it. It's not because you weren't valuable. It's not because you weren't worthy. It's because they were blind to the blessing they were standing in. They were so distracted by their own ego, their own brokenness, their own need for validation, that they couldn't recognize the gift God placed right in front of them. They return, not because they suddenly woke up with revelation, but because absence revealed what their pride refused to admit. You were *** good ** to them. You were *** present ***. You prayed for them when they didn't even pray for themselves. You showed up when it was inconvenient. You loved with a purity they didn't know how to receive. And when they walked away, they thought they were walking towards something better. But instead, they walked into confusion, and now here they come, showing up in your inbox like they never vanished. Whispering apologies that come wrapped in vague intentions, not because they're healed, not because they're ready, but because they're *** haunted ***, by the version of you that kept showing up with grace when they brought nothing but chaos. But here's the part I need you to understand, sis. ***, you were not the problem. ***, you were the answer they weren't mature enough to steward. They left because the light you carried exposed their darkness, and instead of rising to meet your level, they ran. And now, after tasting the world and finding it empty, they're circling back, hoping the place they took for granted still feels like home. But I came to tell you, ***, you're not the same woman anymore. ***, that place. That peace, that love, it's not cheap real estate. It's holy ground now. It was always sacred. But now, ***, you know it too. ***, let them return if they must. But don't let them confuse your growth with permission. You are not a pit stop on their journey of indecision. You are a destination for someone who is ready, willing, and able to love you like God intended. So no, it's not flattering that he's back. It's confirmation that you were never the one who lacked. Let him return to the place he took for granted, but let him find the gate locked, the lights off, and a note that says, "This woman moved forward. Try grace next time." Of course. Here's a *** lengthy soul, stirring expansion *** of the second keynote, ***. They return when they sense you've moved on in spirit. *** written in the unmistakable voice and anointing of Sarah Jakes Roberts, without naming her directly. There's a shift that happens when you finally let go, not just with your hands, but with your heart. You see, it's one thing to walk away from someone physically. It's another thing entirely to ***, release them spiritually ***. To uproot the soul ties, the fantasies, the little prayers you whispered at night, hoping maybe, just maybe, they'd come back changed. You stopped stalking their page, you stopped checking the timestamp on the last message, and you stopped trying to figure out what you did wrong. Because deep down, you know you didn't lose him ***, you found yourself ***, And something happens when a woman finds herself after heartbreak. Heaven notices, hell trembles, and the man who left, oh, he feels it. Even if he can't explain it, he knows something has shifted. That spiritual cord he once tugged on when he needed comfort, it's been cut. That emotional access he had to your softness, your silence, your waiting. Asterisk, asterisk, closed. Asterisk, asterisk, he returns when he senses that his shadow no longer darkens your door. He returns not because he's ready to love you right, but because he's shocked that you're no longer available to be loved wrong. He feels the void, not just because you were a warm body in his bed or a familiar name in his phone, but because your spirit used to intercede for him, your prayers used to cover him, your faith used to make room for his failures. And now that covering is gone, and not out of spite, but out of asterisk, asterisk, release asterisk, asterisk. Sis, when a woman moves on in spirit, it doesn't look like revenge. It looks like peace. It looks like glowing skin, unbothered mornings, and a silence that speaks louder than any comeback ever could. And that kind of peace, it's magnetic, it's sacred, it draws attention, but it doesn't beg. He comes back because he lost his grip on something divine. He comes back because your presence used to give him a sense of purpose, and now your absence reveals his lack of one. But don't you dare mistake his return for redemption. Don't you confuse his curiosity with clarity. The enemy will always send a counterfeit right when you're about to step into your next level, just to see if you'll answer the door wearing your old identity. So no, sis, you didn't do all that healing, all that crying, all that asterisk becoming asterisk just to pick up where you left off. Let him wonder, let him reach. Let him realize he had access to a woman who now answers to a higher calling. Because when you move on in spirit, you don't go back for closure. You stand in your freedom, you walk in your worth, and you thank God that what you thought you wanted walked away, so you could rise into what you truly deserved. Absolutely. Here is the asterisk, asterisk, expanded version asterisk, asterisk of the third keynote, asterisk, asterisk. They return hoping you're still the same. Asterisk, asterisk, delivered in the deep truth, bearing cadence and style inspired by Sarah Jakes Robert. Sonest, raw, and rich with spiritual wisdom. Let's go there, because we need to talk about the kind of return that isn't rooted in love, but in assumption, that return that comes not because he's changed, but because he's asterisk, asterisk, counting on you not to. Asterisk, asterisk, he doesn't come back for the evolved woman. He comes back for the version of you who didn't know her worth. The version who apologized too much, who waited by the phone, who dimmed her light so he wouldn't feel small. The woman who confused crumbs for commitment, silence for peace, and chaos for passion. He comes back hoping your boundaries are still negotiable, that your loneliness has weakened your standards, that time has softened your memory and made you forget how much it hurt to stay. He doesn't want the healed you, because the healed you holds him accountable. He wants the asterisk, asterisk, hurting you asterisk, asterisk, who called his inconsistency love. He wants the asterisk, asterisk, uncertain you asterisk, asterisk, who thought almost was close enough. He wants the asterisk, asterisk, quiet you asterisk, asterisk, who swallowed your voice to keep his presence. But here's what he doesn't know. That woman died in the waiting. She cried herself into clarity. She wrestled with rejection and came out with revelation. She sat in the silence he left her in and met asterisk, asterisk, God there asterisk, asterisk. So now you're not just stronger, you're wiser. Now you're not just healing. You're asterisk, whole asterisk, and when he returns, he's not walking into the same situation. He's walking into a place where asterisk, asterisk, your discernment has grown teeth asterisk, asterisk. Where your spirit won't just settle for apologies, it demands fruit. Where your soul is no longer thirsty for validation, it's already quenched by identity. So let him come back, let him text, let him call. Let him tell stories about how he's changed, but understand this. Asterisk, asterisk, he may be looking for the woman who waited. Asterisk, asterisk, but he's about to meet the woman who asterisk won't. Asterisk, because growth doesn't beg for what broke it. Maturity doesn't repeat cycles it had to heal from, and love, Real love doesn't come looking to resurrect the past. It comes prepared to build the future. You are not who you were. And no matter how familiar he feels, no matter how many memories he tries to stir, don't you forget the cost of your becoming. He's hoping you're still the same, but you've met yourself now, and you'll never be asterisk her asterisk again. Absolutely. Here's the asterisk asterisk expanded version asterisk asterisk of the fourth keynote asterisk asterisk. They return when they realize you found peace without them. Asterisk asterisk in the deeply moving, anointed voice inspired by Sarah Jakes Roberts. Bold, tender, spiritual, and drenched in truth that sets hearts free. It's funny how quiet peace can be, how it doesn't announce itself, doesn't shout, doesn't prove, it just asterisk is. Asterisk, and sometimes it's not until they come back that you realize how far you've come, because once upon a time their presence was your storm and their absence was your fear. But now their name doesn't even stir the waters anymore. They thought you'd fall apart without them. They thought your joy was tied to their attention. They thought your life would pause until they pressed play again. But what they didn't expect was for you to find asterisk asterisk peace asterisk asterisk. Not the kind you post on Instagram, not the kind you pretend to have when you're secretly broken. I'm talking about that deep, sacred, holy kind of peace. The kind that only comes from asterisk asterisk God, restoring what they couldn't see, they shattered asterisk asterisk. They return when they realize you've stopped performing, when they sense that their name no longer lives in your prayers, when they check your page and can't find the pain in your posts, when your silence doesn't scream for them anymore, it sings over you, when you stop needing closure, because you found asterisk healing asterisk, and it shakes them. Because there's nothing more unsettling to someone who used to control your emotions than watching you no longer asterisk react asterisk, no longer wait, no longer try. Peace confuses people who benefited from your chaos. The man who once watched you unravel with every unanswered text now finds you unbothered, unshaken, unavailable. And that's when they come back, not because they carry peace, but because they want to interrupt yours. But you've learned that peace doesn't just come from walking away. It comes from asterisk asterisk letting go asterisk asterisk. It comes from giving God the space they kept trying to fill. It comes from loving yourself so fiercely that you refuse to let anyone in who brings war to your soul. So when they return, and they will, don't you dare shrink back into the woman who begged for pieces. Don't you lower your volume so they can feel big again. Don't you trade your asterisk, still waters asterisk, for their asterisk emotional tides asterisk. Your peace was paid for with pain. It cost you tears. It cost you sleepless nights. It cost you self. Worth you had to rebuild brick by brick. So no, you don't owe them a seat at your table now that you've learned to dine alone in joy. You don't owe them access to the healed place they never had the capacity to protect. Let them see it, let them feel it, let them watch you bloom in silence, because peace isn't just a gift, it's your new asterisk standard asterisk. You found peace asterisk asterisk without them asterisk asterisk, and now, by the grace of God, you asterisk no asterisk, you never needed them to begin with. Absolutely. Here's the asterisk asterisk expanded version asterisk asterisk of the fifth keynote asterisk asterisk. They return to test access, not to give commitment. Asterisk asterisk written in the style inspired by Sarah Jakes Roberts, real, spirit-led, and full of the kind of clarity that breaks cycles and unlocks destiny. You've got to know the difference between asterisk asterisk presence asterisk asterisk and asterisk asterisk purpose asterisk asterisk, between a man showing up and a man staying planted, because some folks don't come back to love you. They come back to see if the door is still open. They return not with intention, but with asterisk asterisk curiosity asterisk asterisk. They want to know if your heart still bends when they say your name, if your mind still replays what could have been, if your body still responds to their touch. But they don't come to build. They come to asterisk asterisk borrow asterisk asterisk, to borrow your peace, to borrow your warmth, to borrow the access to a love they never knew how to carry. And if you're not careful, You'll confuse and knock on the door for a promise. You'll take their text as confirmation, when really it's just a test, a test to see if time has made you soft again, if your healing has made you forget the weight of their absence. But hear me, every return is not a restoration, Sometimes it's a repetition, The enemy doesn't always come dressed in red flags. Sometimes he shows up in familiar voices, in old flames, in I miss you messages, and if your discernment isn't sharp, you'll open the door to something you already fought to survive. Let's be real. Some men are not looking for love. They're looking for control. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to heal. They don't want to commit. They just want to see if they still have the power to interrupt your peace. But not this time. Not now that you've seen yourself whole. Not now that you've met the version of you who doesn't settle. Not now that you've learned that love without consistency is just chaos dressed in charm. This time, when he returns, he won't find a woman waiting. He'll find a woman walking walking in identity, walking in healing, walking in discernment So let them test the access if they want. Let them knock, let them call, let them reminisce, but this time you answer from a healed place. This time you ask what do you want that peace hasn't already given me? This time you remember that the door you keep opening is the same one God keeps trying to close. Because you're not looking for someone to visit your heart. You're looking for someone who comes with keys with covering, with covenant. And if all they came to do was test, then the answer is clear. Class is over. Access denied. Let me tell you something that might shake you in the best way. You're not easy to forget. Not because of what you wore, not because of how you looked, not because of what you did to keep him, but because of the anointing that was on your love. See, some women show up in a man's life as a phase, a moment, a vibe, but you showed up as a mirror, a move of God, a wake-up call, and whether he recognized it or not, his soul did. You didn't just offer companionship. You offered covering. You didn't just speak to his ego. You spoke to his purpose. You didn't just bring your body. You brought your prayers, your faith, your vision. You are unforgettable because you loved him with a heart that wasn't cheap. You saw broken and believed in better. You saw potential and tried to protect it. You saw the little boy hiding in the man and said, I see you, and I still believe, but he wasn't ready. Ready to be loved like that. Ready to rise like that. Ready to be held accountable by a woman who is sent, not just present. So he walked, or maybe he fumbled, or maybe he just faded. Whatever the method, the result was the same. He left. And while he moved on to distractions, you moved on to destiny. But now, here he comes again. Not because he's suddenly seen the light, but because he's been stumbling in the dark ever since you stopped holding the lamp. He didn't understand the power of your presence until it was gone. Didn't feel the weight of your value until it was lifted. Didn't recognize the shelter of your love until he found himself outside in the storm. You are unforgettable because God made you that way. Because the kind of woman you are cannot be replaced, imitated, maybe entertained, sure, but duplicated, never. Because you were carved in the secret place. Built through brokenness, anointed through adversity, your love cost you something. So it carries a weight that lingers long after your goodbye. He returns because you linger in his thoughts, in his regrets. In the what-ifs, he tries to bury beneath his pride, but just because you're unforgettable doesn't mean you're available. Let him remember you. Let him wrestle with what he lost. Let him sit with the fact that he touched something holy and treated it like it was common. Because being unforgettable doesn't mean you're obligated to open the door again. It means you walk forward knowing that who you are was never the issue. Who he was unprepared to become was, you are unforgettable. Because you are called, because you are rare, because you are the kind of woman God uses to shift atmospheres and awaken kings. And if he didn't know what to do with that kind of power then, don't you dare give him a second chance to mishandle it now. Let memory do its work. You've got legacy to build, and that, sis, is a love story too. So yes, they return. They return for the access. They return for the comfort. They return because peace unsettles the ones who once thrived in your pain. They return hoping the door they walked out of still swings wide at their convenience, but what they didn't expect was that the woman who waited is no longer waiting. She's become, she's evolved, she's risen from the ashes they left her in and found fire in her own voice. She's not bitter, she's better, not resentful, just rooted, not angry, just aware. You see, this isn't a message about them. It's a reminder about you that you are not a revolving door for people who lack direction. That your heart is not a halfway house for broken men avoiding their healing, that your love is not a convenience, it's a calling, and from this point on, your access requires alignment. So if they return, let them return to a gate they no longer have keys for. Let them return to a woman who learned how to pray with power and walk with discernment. Let them return to find a throne, not a doormat. Let them return only to realize you've moved on, not in body, but in spirit. Because you, my sister, are not waiting on them to remember your worth. You've remembered it for yourself, and when you do, you'll no longer ask, why did he come back? You'll stand boldly in the truth and say, he came back, but I didn't. You kept going. You kept growing, you kept choosing the woman God is raising you to be, and that's the real love story. You chose you after all the pieces. After all the pain, you chose you. Now walk like it.